Hey y'all, today I'm gonna show you how to make smoked chicken. Now the way I make my smoked chicken is I brine my chicken for at least 12 hours. So I already have one that I put in the fridge last night that's ready to go. But I am gonna show you how I brine my chicken right now. So the chicken brine consists of lemon, garlic, rosemary, thyme, brown sugar, salt, and black peppercorns. We get the citrus, we got the sugar, we got the salt. This brining process will help your chicken be more tender. So cut my lemons up into slices there. So I put my garlic in the microwave for 30 seconds. And the reason I did that is to peel it way easier. Look at this peeling process. It literally comes right out. It is a very simple process. We're gonna take some water. I would say about 2 cups or so. Put it into our pot. Okay. And we're gonna turn this heat on. So you want this water to boil so that you can put your salt and your brown sugar in. 2 sprigs of rosemary and a few sprigs of thyme. Smells so good. I don't know about you, but rosemary is one of my favorites. I love it with my meats, especially steak or lamb. Lamb chops and rosemary, oh my God, it smells so good. So water is starting to heat up over here. I like to use about 1 cup of salt. You can use more if you have a bigger chicken. If you have a smaller chicken, you can use less. Mine is about 3 pounds, I would say. You want a chicken between 3 to 5 pounds for this. You don't want to go too big. It's gonna be longer in the smoker. You don't want to go too small. You don't want it to be too dry. I would say a good size, decent sized chicken. So this is about 3 pounds here. And the water is boiling. So we're gonna go ahead and add our salt. And then we're gonna also add our brown sugar. Again, I like to use about 1 cup. Add that brown sugar in there. Now this will dissolve fairly quickly. Once this is dissolved, you want to start putting in your lemons. I would say two lemons that's been sliced, about 1 tablespoon of black peppercorns, your rosemary, and your thyme. But you don't put your chicken in this right away. What you're gonna do is you're gonna let this all dissolve and then you're gonna fill it with the rest of the water. You wanna fill this pot up with water and you're gonna let this sit until it's completely cool to room temperature. And the reason for that is you don't want your chicken to be cooking in the brine. You're just trying to brine it. You're not trying to cook your chicken yet. Now that your water is room temp, you can take your chicken and just go ahead and submerge that bad boy directly into the brine. And you want to make sure you get it all the way in there. See that bubbling up, the water's getting into the chicken. And then we're gonna put this in the fridge. Again, minimum of 4 hours. 12 hours is ideal, which is overnight, or up to 24 hours. But I do not recommend 24 hours. You can try if you want, if you like it salty. I think 12 hours is perfect. And time for it to go. So babe, can you preheat that smoker out there for me to 225 degrees Fahrenheit, please? All right, so your chicken has been brining for 12 hours now. I brined this overnight. We're gonna take this out. We're gonna wash it thoroughly. You wanna pat it dry with a paper towel, and then we're gonna season this bad boy. All right, so let's go wash. All right, y'all, you got your chicken washed. We got all of our seasonings out to season the chicken. What you want to do is you're going to want to pat this dry with paper towel. We're going to pat this chicken dry. You want to get it nice and dry so that you don't have any excess water on it for the seasonings to stick well. And I also did not take the insides out. I personally love to eat gizzards and hearts and liver and everything, so the inside of the chicken is one of my favorite parts. And now that it's nice and dry, sounds like our microwave is ready as well. Let me get that garlic out. And look at that. It is super easy to peel. Look at it coming right out. So now that we've got the garlic, we're gonna set this aside because we're actually gonna stuff our chicken with this. So now we wanna cut our lemon. I like to cut off the ends and then we're gonna just cut it right in half. because we're gonna stuff this into our chicken as well. And then I've got an onion. You can use any onion you want. I've got a little yellow onion right here. You can use a white onion, yellow onion, sweet onion. All right, so now that we've got our onion, our lemon, and our garlic ready to go, we're gonna take our chicken here. We're just gonna stuff it. Let's do a lemon, some onion, throw in some garlic right there. Also, don't forget to add some rosemary and thyme if you like it. I love rosemary, so I'm just gonna stuff that rosemary right in. And I recommend using gloves. If you don't want to, if you want to raw dog it, you can. But we're gonna keep stuffing it here, get all my garlic in there, because that's my favorite part. And try to get all the onion in there. And if you can't get all of it in there, don't worry. Like I said, this chicken is a little bit smaller. But for me, I would prefer more onions and lemon, and I've got a nice chunk of lemon in there already. So we're just gonna go with this. We are going to season it. Base seasoning for me, I'm gonna use paprika, a little bit of cayenne, mushroom seasoning. If you've never used mushroom seasoning before, I don't use a lot of salt when I cook. I prefer mushroom seasoning. It's just a powdered seasoning, like you have chicken bouillon or anything else. I like the mushroom one. It has a nice flavor to it. It takes place of my salt. I never use salt in my cooking. You'll rarely ever see it. And I've got onion powder and garlic powder as well. And then whatever seasoning, chicken rub that you want to use, I've got a Cosmo Dirty Bird here, and the Keith Rules garlic butter. I love garlic, like I said. But we're gonna start by adding some onion powder first. I just season until my ancestors tell me to stop. Got some garlic powder here, lots of garlic powder. And we're gonna have mushroom seasoning, paprika, cayenne for that kick, the garlic butter. All right, that garlic butter rub there. I know it seems like it's a lot of seasoning, but trust me, it's better to over season than to under season. And then we're gonna go in with a little bit of that Dirty Bird. And now for the fun part. You're just gonna rub this all over your chicken. Make sure you get all that seasoning under the wing, under the legs and the thighs. And you just wanna pat it down. And that is your seasoned bird that's gonna go into that smoker. Okay, we've seasoned our chicken. I'm gonna take it out of here, put it into here so that it's easier for me to tie it. You want to tuck the wing under because we don't want that to burn in the smoker. That's also my favorite part of the chicken. We're gonna take some twine here. We're gonna tie the legs up so that we don't lose any of that goodness inside of it, all of that stuffing that we just put in there, the garlic and the onion and the lemon. So we're just gonna take our twine and tie the legs. It might get a little messy. Again, that's why I'm wearing gloves. If you don't wanna wear gloves, that's cool, go ahead and raw dog it, but I'm wearing gloves. We're just gonna tie this bad boy right up. And now our chicken is tied up. Make sure, again, tuck that wing underneath on both sides. And then now this bird's going in the smoker. Can you open the smoker for me, please? All right, so you're gonna put a tray of water in here. This is to keep your chicken moist. And we're gonna put our chicken directly into the smoker, right there. Make sure everything is nice and tight, and we're gonna leave that in there, and we're gonna check on it every 30 minutes to spray it down with some apple juice to keep it moist. While we wait, let's take a Hitoki break. Yummy. So it's time to check on your chicken. It's been about 30 minutes. We didn't have a spray bottle available, but this is a water bottle with apple juice in it. He is going to poke it with our handy dandy poker. This is the Hitoki poker. It is a very useful tool. And we're just gonna poke a hole right into that. Look at that, now we have a spray bottle. Thank you. So you wanna spray that chicken down. Make sure it keeps the juices in there nice and moist. Leave it in there for another 30 minutes and go check on it again and spray it down again. Your chicken's in the smoker. You've been checking on it, spraying it down with apple juice. It's time to get the garnish ready for the plate. I've got some cilantro here, cucumber, and tomatoes. I am going to be serving this chicken with some steamed rice and a dipping sauce that I'm gonna show you how to make. All right, and we cannot forget about our Thai chilies. This is going to be for our soy sauce dipping sauce. I use about 3 to 4 in the sauce. You can use more if you want spicier. I think this is a good spice level. You can use less if that's too spicy for you. And then now let's make the soy sauce. I've got some sugar here, and I've got soy sauce. This is my favorite go-to brand right here. The small bottle, not the big bottle. It does not taste the same. I'd say we're gonna put maybe about a 1/4 cup in here. And we're gonna put some fish sauce, again, my favorite brand. If you don't use the 3 crab one, I mean, that's on you. This is definitely the best one. Put in about 1/4 cup, a little bit of rice wine vinegar, a little sesame oil, and your Thai chilies, and some warm water. This will help dissolve that sugar, but also make it more of a dipping sauce. And we just stir it up. And this is gonna go great over our chicken and over the rice. And that's all there is to it. All right, y'all. So we just took our chicken out of the smoker. We're gonna throw it in the oven at 350, but we're gonna baste it with some of this canna butter right here. It is infused with THCA. And we're gonna put it in the oven for about 10 minutes, just so that it gets nice and coated in there. There we go. And then we're just gonna let that sit in the oven for about 10 minutes. Ooh, yummy. It's been sitting for about 15 minutes now, so we let it rest. Now we're just gonna carve right into it. Oh man, that meat looks so good. So I'm gonna take this part because I love the wing. Oh yeah, that meat looks good. So just gonna get our rice here. Chicken, but this chicken is very juicy. Look at that. It smells so good. And now we're gonna take this spoon, grab some of that juice that flew to the side right here. I love that juice. Put that right on the chicken. And then I am gonna add a little bit of this soy sauce that we made earlier, just over my rice. And a little cilantro on top. This is your smoked chicken served with a soy dipping sauce and steamed rice. That rosemary in there, it is so good. And with the sesame oil and the soy that we just created, oh my God. This is really good. It's more that skin. You can taste the canna butter just a little bit, but it actually blends in pretty well. I didn't really notice it too much. I think the rosemary and the thyme overpowers it. So good. And that's cooking with the good. What the fuck was that? Say it, hold on. And that's cooking with the garlic queen. Stay cooking.